This is Sunny. This is another trade. I just made my video on ticker symbol CCXI and ZETA, how I took a major loss on them, and how like I took, it just took us over almost a $7,000 loss by not taking my losses, cutting losses quickly, and sizing in too big. I also stated that that for now on I have to just trade small, and that I'm only going to trade half my size or less. And coming in today, I had deposited, well, not coming in today, but um, I think Friday Friday or Monday or someday, a couple of days ago, I funded my account. Took some time to process, and today it arrived. Um, I wasn't really planning on trading today because I was under the PDT, and I finally got over the PDT to trade. And I also, I also, uh, I also told myself that I was only going to trade half my size. And today coming in, um, I already started breaking rules, um, like I shouldn't have, but um, I was looking at many different stocks, trying to see what could I trade, and honestly, there was nothing available. Not available, but there was nothing that looked like it could be an opportunity. Um, every stock that I was looking at was just nothingness. But I can't. I had this on my not on my watch, well, on my watch list. I believe from yesterday. Excuse me. And the funds didn't come into my account until this time frame, and or this time frame, and I didn't want to trade, but by impulse, it got me. And this stock was already down so much. Um, if you look at the previous day, it spiked, and then it wouldn't break any higher past the higher day. And if it did, it barely pushed past, which it didn't. So towards the end of the day, I noticed that as I was watching the markets yesterday and this morning, it wasn't really doing much. So I said, okay, this might be a first red day. And the yearly chart, consistent uptrend, um, then a big drop. Looking at the yearly chart, I even look at the offering. I didn't look at the outstanding shares. I didn't look at nothing, which was bad. Which is bad because I should do my research first. Looking at the yearly chart, anyone can assume that it's just going to keep uptrending, have some pullbacks, but just keep uptrending. And that's something I didn't even look at when I was watching this. But when the market opened, I had my eyes on like a few stocks. Um, this one, I guess it popped up and just kept dropping. Um, I I had my eyes on all the stocks. I wasn't watching this one honestly, but looking back now and looking back before, you can see that it's going to be a continual fader. And I think the funds came into my account like around this time frame, and I just said, okay, I don't want to trade, but if I do trade, I'm gonna trade small. I'm gonna wait on a perk, and it perked up, and I just waited for the chance to get in. I got in. I wasn't gonna get in like low here, but it perked up, and I waited for that perk up, and I got in. And I only got in with 200 shares, which is about probably like $6,000. Um, and then started fading. I'm like, okay, it looks like it's gonna go well for me, and I added. And then I'm like, okay, I'm only in 6,000, so I can add a little bit more and be half my position. And I added, and it was like I didn't count the numbers or anything, which is bad because first, even though if it's gonna be um, a fader all day, I'm shorting from the lowest point of the day, which is bad, and that's where I fucked up at. I chased it, you know, and I began to chase it, and eventually I got greedy. You'll see. I'll explain it to you on how I got greedy. But you should never short from the lower day, even though this is the first red day and it looks like it's gonna keep fading. Um, you shouldn't be shorting from lower day, especially on a green day, first green day, um, or even a continuous green day. But that's why I went in small size because I'm supposed to do only half my size, and I'm shorting from the bottom, and I'm already missed a big chunk of this trend. So I shouldn't have been shorting, period. But I'm like, okay, if I'm gonna short, I'm better off letting it be small because it's not gonna hurt me to lose much, because I'm in so small. Um, and then I added because I'm like, okay, I'm starting to see confirmation that it's gonna go my way, gonna continue to fade. Um, and then it dropped, and I was like up $150 here. Um, I didn't think to take it because I'm like, okay, this possibly can break the lower day, and I want to challenge the lower day, which is a good thing to challenge it. But being in the circumstances where I already missed a chunk of the move, the major part of the move, and I'm shorting from lower day, um, I shouldn't be trying to challenge lower day to see if it'll break the lower day and continue fading. And I did, and it ended up bouncing, and I was near break even or minor loss. And I gave it some time, and it began to fade some more. At this point right here, I was up, I think like 300 to 400 bucks, and I still didn't take it. Um, and that's when I began to realize, okay, I'm in the wrong mindset already. I'm a little bit over half my position size. I'm a little bit over half my account size. When I said when I told myself to trade only half my size or less, I'm shorting from lower day. Um, I'm adding, yes, I'm adding on a winner, but I'm adding on a lower day, and I already missed the big chunk of the move. So, like I always say in my videos, whenever you make one mistake, it becomes a snowball effect. I noticed that within myself and other traders, especially when you have the wrong mindset and you're going for the money. So the first mistake was shorting from lower day, from the lowest point of the day, missing the big uh, part of the move, which that's two right there. Adding on to, yeah, I'm adding on to a winner, which is good, but still lower day. So I added, and then when it was time to get out, two times I didn't get out here, 150, 300, 3 to 400, and then I added again. I added again because I'm like, okay, this looks like it's really gonna go my way. It's just having a lot of perk ups, and I need to get out on the when it breaks the low. And I added. I'm in 700 shares, which is about $23,000. And remember, this is all live trading, and it begins to fade again, and I'm up about $600. I believe it was this time, $600. Um, um, about $600, and I didn't take it. I didn't want to take it. I wanted plus. When I was shorting from here, and I didn't add yet, I wanted over, excuse me, $500. That was already the wrong mindset. You can't say how much you want, but that lust took over. That's an emotion that Rondo Howell says you're going to experience, and that's the correct way to explain the greed that you're going through. It's not a greed emotion. It's a lust emotion, and I wanted 500. I got it. Now I wanted more. Lust just took over some more, and then it pushed up on me. I gave back the 500. I was near to break even, and I added. Um, and then it gave me. No, it gave me 300. I wanted 500. Uh, I was break even at this point, or close to break even. Added. Then I got over $500 in gains. Didn't want to take it because the lust was like, okay, now I want more. Then it pushed up against me again, back to break even or a loss, and I'm just like, what the fuck, Sonny? You're doing this again. You're already full size. You're being lustful. You're not taking the gains. You're all every trade every single part of this trade was bad, completely undisciplined. Um, and then finally it started pulling back, and it broke lower day, which was right here. Um, and I went from I saw this number right here flash to 700 or 730, I think, and I was like, that's what I want. I want that 700 because that's more than this point here, which is another bad mindset because it's like, okay, it finally broke the low and you're past the low a day, but now you saw that you were up 700. You want 700 um, or more, and that was the mindset. And like every single step of this way was a bad trade, and that was the mindset. And I wouldn't let it go, and it broke the lower day. It was perking back up or pulling back up. Then I hit my order to get out at 31 31.80, and then it just kept trending or kept orders were going through, and then it broke. My order was like the last order, and it broke the 31.80 point and went to 31.70, and I got out for a $704 gain. And guess what I was thinking right after it got out? I got out. Guess what I was thinking? I was thinking, damn, I should have waited a little bit longer. I could have made more. The completely wrong mindset. The only more that I would have made would an extra $70. And now look where it's going now. If I waited for an extra $70, look what happened now. I would have gave back way more than $70. You know, I would have been close to break even. I would have made up only like $200-300. And that's the completely wrong mindset. It's like you keep thinking about the money, you keep thinking about the money, you keep thinking about the money, and you put yourself in bad situations. And you do this all the time, Sonny. And you got to learn to break it. And I realized this yesterday, and I'm even realizing this more today, that I really, really need to read Rondell Howell's book. And I am procrastinating. I am like, fuck it, I'd rather take a nap. And there's nothing wrong with reading. It's just procrastination. But if I want to get great at this, I'm going to have to do this. And this is just what a lot of people go through when they're trying to be successful at something and they're dealing with their, I don't want to call it my lazy self, but you're battling yourself. And I'm going to war with myself. Um, and that's what I'm going through right now. And I don't need to push myself to read this book. I just got to do it. But it more than just reading the book, I got a lot that I need to improve on, and trading small is the beginning of it. If I can trade small and stick to trading small and be disciplined at it, then um, all this other stuff will start to come. You know, so this stock was already down 5%, which is you should when you see a stock down 5%, you shouldn't be chasing it. You know, when I'm watching a stock, pre-market, when I'm watching a stock pre-market, and I see that pre-market's already down for 5%, I'm not shorting that. And if I am, and I feel like it's just gonna keep going down, I have to get in real small. But I'm looking for it to perk back up to red to green, or past red to green and be green on the day, and then short from high day. Because if it's past 5%, like Bertani says uh, um, in his DVD, Trading Tickers, if it's 5%, it's gonna perk up once market opens, and then come crashing down. And yes, this was already hours or a few hours or minutes past market open, but like, what if this shit would have just never have fucking continued to trend downwards? What if this shit were to have just perk up, and then squeeze like a motherfucker, you know? Or what if I had added, then it just started ripping up? I would have been fucked, you know? But if I went in with a good amount of size here and I stuck to my risk, then I would have been straight because then my risk would have been high day. But being here, I knew I wasn't going to do that. But my risk was honestly, it was this highest point right here, 33.10. When I added, I had to change it. I had to remind myself that it's going to have to change. And when I seen that it failed here, I was like, okay, your risk now is 33. So you're risking, my average was 33 or 32, 32.80. And I'm like, okay, you're in 500 shares, you're risking 20 cents per share. That's about $100, I think. I don't even know. Can't even do the math right in my head. Let's do the math. So 500 shares, and I'm risking 20 cents. That's $100. And honestly, in my mind, I did not want to lose at all. I didn't know the amount of money I was risking, but all I know in my head, I was telling myself I don't want to lose at all. And that's the wrong mindset because it's like, and that's the wrong thoughts. And I don't even realize that I'm thinking this because in the back of your mind, you're saying I don't want to lose at all, but you're not even realizing you're saying that to yourself. And then when the trade goes against you, you're still stuck on that. Oh, I don't want to lose at all, and that's when you get squeezed and lose a lot. Um, but like, I don't know where I'm going with this right now, but there's so many errors and issues that I'm having psychologically, and that's what I need to improve on. And now seeing how I performed on this trade, I need to go back and study the technical stuff and the fundamental stuff about it, about trading, because yes, I know it, but I'm not following it. So that's it for today. I don't care where this thought goes. Maybe I'll look back to see um, where it goes and do a video about it. But there's no point on doing it because I don't care if this shit drops another $5. The fact that I didn't stick to my rules, that's all that really matters. And here it goes. You know, let's see if it drops, but it doesn't really matter. You know, it might break this low, but it still doesn't matter. I shouldn't be risking all the way up to here. You know, giving back the majority of my gains just to make a few extra dollars. It's not fucking worth it, bro. Even if I got out now, that would have been 4 cents difference from where I got now. I would have made an extra 4 cents. So what? It's not worth risking that much. You know what would have been smart is if I were to have, okay, yeah, I'm short from lower day, but hey, every time it perks up, I just short and then let it drop and get out. Then get back in on a perk up, short, let it drop and get out. But when I'm shorting, I need to be in small size. But psychologically, I'm not disciplined enough to even do that. To just trade in and out of this. I'm not trained well enough, and I'm not disciplined well enough. So no, I'm gonna go take a nap, and after I take my nap, I got a lot of things I need to do.